How did one of America's oldest and largest airlines end in bankruptcy? Pan American World Airways, also known as Pan Am, was founded all the way back in 1927. It started as airmail and then eventually passenger service between Key West and Havana, Cuba. And it quickly grew to one of the largest airlines in America. They set themselves apart in the early days by using flying boats. This meant that they could fly to places that didn't yet have airports. By the 1950s, they were flying all over the world with flights to every continent except Antarctica. They pretty much pioneered modern-day jet travel. They were the first airline in America to fly a jet, the Boeing 707. Pan Am was also the launch customer for the Boeing 747, which I personally think that Pan Am 747s are some of the most iconic planes in history. Unfortunately, the 70s is where Pan Am started to struggle. You saw the oil crisis of 1973, and then they passed the Airline Deregulation Act in 1978. Because of this, Pan Am was already in a place where they felt like they had to cut back on services and routes to save money. And the Deregulation Act meant that tons of new airlines were entering the market, and Pan Am was not prepared for the competition. Pan Am had a robust international market at this point, but they really didn't have a solid domestic market. They tried to purchase national airlines to bolster their domestic market, but this ended up just leaving them in tons of debt and really didn't help them at all. And then in 1988, there was the attack on Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland. This incident seriously damaged Pan Am's reputation, and it also caused additional financial and legal problems for them. Pan Am tried to save itself by selling off parts and restructuring, but in the end, they ended up filing for bankruptcy in January of 1991 and fully ceased operations in December of 1991. Pan Am sold off most of its fleet, and there are actually some Pan Am planes still flying, which is insane. For example, this A300 is now a cargo plane. The more you know.